But we're going to get into that here in a second. So let's start with who is K Flock. Okay, so boom. So here he is, guys. Young guy, Kevin Perez, okay, aka K Flock, born April 20th, 2003, rapper, right? Obviously, 18 years old, man. Goddamn. Bronx, New York, sign, zodiac sign, who cares? Ethnicity. Uh, I think he's Hispanic and black, or it might be Dominican. Uh, and then, yeah, net worth 1 to 2 million. He did. People basically, from what I understand, he had recently signed a 7-figure music deal, and yeah, he was literally. It fucking hurts me, man, to see someone's career get stopped short like this. You know what I'm saying? Especially given the charges that he's currently facing, which we're going to talk about, murder. Okay, so yeah, so that definitely is not good. So now that you guys know the bio, so how did this guy get popular? All right, so let's go over to his YouTube page real quick, give y'all a little bit of a background on who this guy is. You know what I'm saying? Go and we're also, don't forget to support and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that. Let's see here. Where the hell? Boom. Okay. So here's his YouTube channel over here, guys, right? So don't forget to always subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a hater. Subscribe to the channel. And he has a lot more views than I do on this channel on poverty. And so the song he has right now, guys, is Be Honest remix featuring G Herbo, right? Another Chicago drill rapper, actually. And here he is. Here's the YouTube channel. Is You Ready? We're going to talk about this song a little bit because this song kind of ignited a little bit of a beef that he has going on, which we're going to talk about. And here's some of his other joints. So and then Being Honest, his big hits are Is You Ready? This one right here, Brotherly Love. This one is kind of what put him on the map. And then Being Honest, which I don't know why PSA also is one of his top ones. I don't know why Be Honest isn't on here. But here's the remix that he had with G Herbo, which came out 2 months ago, right? But right before he got locked up. Oh yeah, Being Honest. There we go. Bang. Okay. So these are his main joints, right? So yeah, go check out his music after. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the guy is able to get out of this. But anyway, so that's his YouTube channel. Those are some of his songs, right? That he's known for, that kind of put him on the map. You know what I'm saying? He's by far the hottest rapper out of the Bronx right now. There's no disputing that. I know he had a little bit of issue with a guy named Ron Suno, because there was basically like a little tangent here. I didn't really have this on the list, but I just know this from listening to the music. There's this guy named Ron Suno. He's also a Bronx rapper. And he got famous off social media, doing this little thing that he would do where he would do the weave joint. And, he got famous off that. And he also started rapping as well. And he got known mostly for his social media stuff, not really the music like that, but he still raps as well. He's done like, he's done collabs with Fabio, all that other stuff. He's definitely got in there. But him and K Flock actually got into a fist fight at Rolling Loud over, who's the king of Bronx rap and everything like that. But, at this point, right now, K Flock has a way bigger buzz than he does. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. But, obviously that's going to cause issues. You know what I'm saying? In hip hop, it goes up and down. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. It's a very competitive music genre. And they got in a legit fist fight over in Rolling Loud. So a little side note there. But anyway, so let's go with so let's talk about his background, okay? Because this is the stuff that kind of shocked me. This dude's only 18 years old, and he is a yeah, basically, guys, he's a gang member, okay? He is a member of the Sev Side set of the Bloods, okay? And there's 3 main gangs in the Bronx, guys, that I want to let you guys know about. There's the OGs, the YGs, and Sev Side, okay? And the OGs, aka the original goons, have beef with the young gunners, aka the YGs, and then you got Sev Side. So K Flock belongs to Sev Side, and his main rival, a guy named D Thang, is a member of the YGs, okay? So you got the OGs, the YGs, Sev Side. K Flock is Sev Side, D Thang is YG, and then you got the OGs, okay? 3 main gangs in the Bronx. And Sev Side is basically, think of it as like a bunch of bloods, a bunch of different blood sets within one gang. And And like I told you guys before, and they're cool with the rolling 80s Crips down there in the Bronx. And gang life, just I'll give you guys a quick little, you know what, let's go over this real fast. Give me a 1 in the chat if you guys want me to break down gang dynamics in New York. Give me a 1 in the chat. If you guys want me to do it, I'll break it down real fast. I broke it down in the Casanova show, but I'm not sure if you guys want me to give you a little refresher on how gangs operate in New York versus other places. If you guys give me ones, I'll go over it real fast. Okay. All right. Let's break it down. All right. So for me to properly explain this, I'm going to have to pull up this useful wiki right here, since everyone likes to roast me for using Wikipedia, but even though Wikipedia is actually peer-reviewed, so it's actually pretty legit. But anyway, guys, this is United Blood Nation, okay? And the United Blood Nation, long story short, I talked about this on the Casanova case where I went into deep details with how the Bloods are in New York, but they started in the prisons, okay? And they basically started thanks to our boy Omar McPorty, aka OG Deadeye. Sorry, okay, OG Mac, and another guy named OG Deadeye. All right, these guys basically formulated the Bloods as we know it in New York City, okay, on Rikers Island. It started off as a prison gang to protect against the much stronger Latin Kings, okay, who were basically beating up the black gangs. Let's just keep it 1,000. In prison, it's all about race. So the black gangs were not unified. So they used the umbrella of the Bloods to unite, come together, and have a strong front against the Latino gangs, aka the Latin Kings, in prison in Rikers Island in the early 90s. And OG Mac used to travel, basically the father of the New York Bloods as we know it, aka the UBN, United Blood Nation, would travel between New York City and California, right? And when he was out in Cali, that's when he really got acclimated with how the Bloods operate on the West Coast. For those my international viewers, the Bloods started in Los Angeles, California. And what OG Mac basically did was he brought that gang culture over to New York, brought it in the prison systems as a methodology to have a united front to keep from getting their asses whooped by the Latino gangs. And bang, now we got the United Blood Nation. Right now, OG Mac is currently in prison. He was indicted by the FBI in the early 2000s, and he's serving quite a bit of time. But yeah, so that's a quick little overview on the Bloods. Now, let's talk about how the Bloods operate in New York City outside of the prison system. In New York City, guys, the way gangs operate is they have alliances, okay? And what I mean by that, let's look at Pop Smoke for an example, okay? So you got the Woos, right? The Woos is an umbrella gang that is comprised of Bloods, Crips, some renegade GDs even, some Kings, whatever it may be, and they're basically unified to fight off other gangs. Even though they're all rocking different bandanas and different gangs, they're all from the same area, same neighborhood, so they align to fight off other people. In New York, it's more about territory. You're like the flag you claim is not as important as the territory that you're in. Okay, so the biggest example of this is you got the Woos, right? AKA Pop Smoke was going to make it an international thing, right? He was a Crip, but there's a bunch of Bloods in the Woo. Okay, 5 Foreign. You know, shout out to my boy Sosa. He says in the thing, right? Sosa's a Blood, guys. Watch that video. Big Drip, right? He's there with a bunch of obviously 5 is a Crip himself, but his main guy Sosa, Blood, and he's dancing around with the red bandana and everything like that. It's all good because they're from the same area, okay? And they war with with the Chos, okay, or the Chos, aka mostly comprised of gangster disciples, GDs, black bandanas, okay, Coach the Ghost, 22Gs, all these guys, and it's a violent battle over there in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? They basically the homicide rates it went crazy in 2020 during the pandemic. So those are and there's some renegade Bloods in there as well with the Chos, okay, that don't fuck with the Woo, that are, you know, aligned with the Chos. But that's how New York gangs operate in general. So bringing it back full circle, Sev's side is similar. You know what I'm saying? Where they align with they align with this rolling 80s Crip set to get things, you know what I'm saying, to protect, you know, themselves, etc. So New York is all about alliances, okay? That's how it is with New York. You could be you know, a Crip, a Blood, it don't matter. If you guys are from the same block, same neighborhood, you guys are good, and you just beat up the other dudes, regardless of whatever it is. You know what I'm saying?